I used to really work the dance floor, but now in my older days, I think I just, I enjoy a good two-step, and I'm like, just in it, just feeling it.
If two hearts ever beat the same, we could be it, we could be it, we could be it. And the world is not the same. We could be it, we could be it, we could be it. 24 hours ago, I felt my heart taken. And finally it happened.
I was probably around 6. I remember I got a guitar, and it was this electric guitar, and I remember opening it and the feeling of like just pure excitement, because I think I'd been watching, we had Top of the Pops, and I just religiously watched that show, and finally I could actually hold a guitar while Top of the Pops was playing, and I could just give it like a go. And then I remember with this guitar writing my first song, which still to this day my mum can remember. It was called Holiday, and I think, it went something like, Holly, holiday, holly, holiday, singing in the sun, singing in the sun, and it's all went like that. And yeah, I think that was probably the first song I ever wrote.
It's the rhythm. If two hearts ever beat the same, we could be it, we could.
Well, at the time of playing soccer, it was kind of hard for women. There wasn't the same emphasis on it, really. And a lot of the kind of semi-professional footballers who were around us, women, it was their hobby. They had daytime jobs. It was never really gonna amount to anything for me. I really enjoyed being part of this team and being part of going to the games and being part of this camaraderie, and you had to really fight, and it was a struggle. I enjoyed that, but I never really saw it as this is gonna be a career.
Come on, girl, give it some welly.
The idea of being part of a team and it came from that period I had of being in a football team. I still feel like, even though I am solo now, I still have, my tour manager. I have Tristan, who helps do, the kind of form the show. He's a musical director. So it's I think that early period of being part of a team was a good learning, and it was good at nurturing this idea of how important it is to have a team around you. To make good dance music, you have to be knowledgeable about it. And I didn't want to make something that was really untrue and not real, and just for the sake of it, because of my dad being in a dance band. I felt like it just had to be a natural kind of progression. I think it's really hard to be young and to be making dance music that has, I don't know, some people do it really well, I think. But for me, I had to have that wealth of knowledge. I had to go to the clubs, I had to find the DJs I loved, and I had to understand where this music came from and the history, and that was really important to me. When I met Maria, I just wanted to ask her so many questions about, her progression in the whole scene, and what it meant to her, what house music means to her. And she's such an incredible person. I mean, she's been around it, she's really seen, the scene actually, and lived and breathed people's stories, and managed to forge her own path within that scene, which is quite a hard scene. There's not many women that come out of it as DJs. When I met her, I felt confident to speak with her, because I knew about, I appreciated the scene that she's come from and the message she's conveying with her music, and I very much resonated with that and felt that at the time. You know, I felt like we need love, we need the dance floor to fill you up with some moments that you're never gonna have and these special times. And now that we are working together and we are sisters, it feels so incredible, and I'm inspired by her every time I work with her or every time I'm near her. She's just an amazing person, and she's so knowledgeable as well about music. Something we have in common is that I think our weapon is that we just know so much about music. So she's like an encyclopedia, you know. It's amazing.